So everyone, how are we feeling after yesterday? Well, this is the international fan reaction for Wolves' FA Cup dismal, pathetic exit against Southampton. The international fans, they have their say quite rightly. So without any further ado, let's go around the world.
Hey Dave, David New York Wolves here on the big island of Hawaii. You might be able to see whales frolicking in the background, but that's going to be the only frolicking going on around here after that FA Cup defeat to Southampton. To be honest, I think I saw what was coming when I saw the lineup. Inexperienced front line that's never played together before, was never really going to work, shall we say. Good to get them experience, I guess, but you didn't really see us being dominant in attack, and that's how it played out. I think there were a couple of good runs from Gibbs White and Silva, maybe a couple of moments, but I think he still continues to struggle. So I think strategy really wasn't working out, and you were just hoping that later in the game we'll hang on and bring on the big guns and turn the game for us. And unfortunately, we were 1-0 down, and Traore, Neto, and Willian couldn't really create much. Pedro Neto looked pretty dangerous. Traore, not so much, and Willian again looked a little isolated. So a lot of work to be done there. Overall, pretty disappointing. I don't think Southampton were that good, and I don't think they dominated us really by any stretch of the imagination. But I think you can't complain that they deserve the win more than we did. So. Bit of a shame, I've seen a couple of comments that, we should be pretty safe from relegation, and it's very, very unlikely we're going to get into Europe. So the FA Cup was something that we could all sort of latch onto and get excited about. But sadly, we're out of that now. So you're almost at the point where you kind of can't wait for the season to end, just forget it ever happened, write it off as a bad dream, and start again next year. I think that's sort of the perspective I've got. But obviously, hopefully, NUNO was just resting players to save them for the game on Sunday, and hopefully we can get a better result against Southampton then, and start picking up our league form and start building for next year. So it is a shame to be out of the FA Cup. It was a chance to have games and start having some of the newer players gel together and work on the system. So more games to do that are always good. But obviously we're out now, and we'll move on to the next match.
Hello Wolves fans, Brian from Hat Chao Samran in Thailand. Earlier on in the season when we got beat 4-0 at West Ham, I described performance as very poor and terrible. But last night against getting beat home by Southampton goes beyond. It was dreadful and disgraceful. Not many players turned up, but in reality you blame NUNO. We picked a side with a front three. Fabio, who's lacking the confidence, he gets criticised on social media, and God help it if he reads any of this stuff, his confidence must be getting lower and lower and lower. And he plays the other two, Morgan Gibbs White and Vitinha, who are not effectively strikers. Morgan Gibbs White is a number 10, Vitinha is a number 10 stroke midfielder. It's just beyond belief. We had the opportunity of progressing in the cup if we'd picked a stronger side, but in reality the season's over. If we go to Southampton on Sunday, we won't gloss over the loss in the cup. 15 games to play. What are we going to get? 20 odd points out of there, so we're going to wind up with about 48 to 50 points. But as I say, it's going to be a mid-table finish. 10, 11, 12. Season's over. Disappointed with you, know the way you went, but you're still the man. Up the Wolves. Take care, guys. Bye.
This is Chris from Eidsvoll in Norway. Actually, this is the first time I'm doing my end of game report while the game's still actually going on. And as I speak, Southampton have got a penalty to make it 3-0. It's been reviewed by VAR. It looks like it's outside actually. But it doesn't matter if it's outside, it'll probably get given anyway, I would have thought, because that's the way it tends to go for us. However, now, any team can lose a game, any team can be unfortunate. These things happen, okay? What we've done today, or what our manager's done today, is throw a game away by his team selection, okay? No question about that. The team selection has... we saw the team, and we saw particularly the front three. I'm just looking at what the referee John Moss is doing. I think he's going to the screen, is he? It must have, yeah, he's changed his mind. It's a free kick. Well, it had to be, didn't he? Now, those front three. Now, they're young players. They're not particularly good young players. But do you know what we've seen tonight? We've seen them bottle it. For international audience, and I wonder what bottling means. It means pulling out of challenges, not trying hard enough, not showing any aggression. That's what bottling it means. In other words, showing cowardice. That's what's happened tonight. Now, this one's on NUNO for the team selection. FA Cup 5th round. But it's also the young lads who are up there who have bottled it. Lack of courage from NUNO. Lack of courage from the players. Final whistle goes. We've lost 2-0. This is an absolute disgrace.
Wolves 0, Southampton 2, out of the FA Cup. Think a pretty terrible performance again. Once again, looking dodgy at the back and no creativity up front. Bit of a strange lineup for NUNO to pick, I thought. Given the Premier League, our form in the Premier League has taken us nowhere this season, I thought we'd have had a bit of a shot at the FA Cup at least. And when you start Morgan Gibbs-White and Vitinha, and you leave Neto and Traore on the bench, it kind of signals intentions from the beginning. Having said that, even with those two players on the pitch, these days we can't create much, so yeah, not looking good. And then we've got to play that lot again at their place on Sunday. So I'm sure they'll be looking forward to that game based on that game that we've just played. I don't think Brewer was the man of the match in that game for me, really. I think Ruddy made a couple of good saves and was having a good game, and then it all fell apart for the last goal. Hoping for better next time. Very disappointed. I'm Christian Athens, always Wolves.
Hey Dave, Wolfman Jeff here in the office. Just a quick response to yesterday's debacle at the FA Cup. I'm not putting much effort into it, just like NUNO didn't put much effort into the lineup. I'm officially upset. I'm mad. I'm not a NUNO out, but I am upset because when I saw the lineup sheet, especially the front three, it just was like we were throwing in the towel. I would understand if we didn't have options on the bench. And yes, have some of our younger players peppered in there. But you threw nothing out front. And I know a lot of people are upset with Fabio Silva. Be honest, I think NUNO set him up to fail. And I don't think that's fair on him. We should have had at least one of our starters up there, preferably Neto. And I think it could have been different. I think just that message that it sent to us, and I am assuming also sent to the side, was that NUNO didn't appear to be taking this as serious as he says he did. So I'm upset. I'm mad. So this is Wolfman Jeff here in Alabama.
Thanks to all the guys that's contributed this week. Nice and punchy. And yeah, what do you think? Do you agree with them? Leave your comments in the comment section below, and please smash a like to the video. Until the next one, let's hope we're smiling a bit more. I'm Dazzling Dave, always Wolves.